Hello everyone, I am Ashwini Saurabh Mehtres from Department of Statistics, RBNB College, Sri Rampur. In my last lecture, I have taught the expectation of continuous random variable and I have taken the theorems on expectation. Also, I have taken how to find the moments of a continuous random variable. So, these moments are raw moment and central moments. So, raw moments mu1 dash, mu2 dash, mu3 dash and mu4 dash are calculated by using the formula mu r dash equals to expected x raised to r, which is integration x raised to r into the PDF f of x dx over minus infinity to infinity. So, in this way, by substituting the value of r as a 1, 2, 3, 4, we can find out the rth raw moment. Similarly, I have taught how to find the central moments, and the central moments can be founded mu r equals to expected x minus m bracket raised to r, where m is the e of x, that is expectation of x. So this can be calculated by using integration of x minus m raised to r into f of x dx. So by using these two formulas, we can find out the raw moments and the central moments. I have also told you that there is a relation between raw moments and central moments, and these relations can be written mu2 equals to mu2 dash minus mu1 dash square, mu3 equals to mu3 dash minus 3 mu2 dash mu1 dash plus 2 mu1 dash cube. And similarly, we can write mu4 dash mu4 as mu4 dash minus 4 into mu3 dash mu1 dash plus 6 into mu2 dash mu1 dash square minus 3 into mu4 dash raised to 4. So, by using these relations, we can find out the central moments using the raw moments. So, the further point is how to calculate the Pearsonian's coefficients. Basically, we find this beta 1 as mu3 square upon mu2 cube. That is the third central moment and the second central moment, which is a variance. So by using these two central moments, we can find out the value of beta 1, and similarly we can find gamma 1 as root of beta 1. Here we know that if this gamma 1 is less than 0, equals to 0, and for greater than 0, we can tell about the symmetry of the distribution, and we can find out the beta 2 as mu4 upon mu2 square, and gamma 2 equals to beta 2 minus 3. So from beta 2 and gamma 2, we say about what is the kurtosis of the given distribution, that whether the given distribution is leptokurtic, that is when beta 2 greater than greater than 3, or if beta 2 equal to 3, then it is a mesokurtic, and if it is greater than 3, then it is leptokurtic, less than 3 it is platykurtic. So in this way we can say about the nature of that distribution. So depending on these moments and Pearsonian's coefficients, we can tell about the nature of distribution. Let's take one example where we will find the moments and all these things. Suppose we are given a continuous random variable x, and we are given its PDF as f of x equals to 6 into x into 1 minus x. So this is the given PDF where x lies between 0 to 1. and 0 otherwise. So this is the given PDF. Okay, let's find out the raw moments, central moments and the coefficients of Pearsonians by using the formulas. So let's first find out the raw moments. So mu r dash, from the formula we have expected x raised to r, which is integration x raised to r f of x dx. Here range is from 0 to 1, that's why I am writing here 0 to 1. Let's put r equal to 1, we will have mu 1 dash, which is equal to integration x into f of x dx. We know that this is the expectation of x, that is mean. Let's put the value of f of x. So 6 will be taken as outside. So here x into that x will be x square into 1 minus x dx. Let's solve this integration. Equal to 6 into, here we know the integration of x square, it is a x cube upon 3, and the integration of x cube is x raised to 4 upon 4. In this way, it is 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 4. We have solved this by substituting the upper limit and then minus putting the lower limit. So here we got the answer 6 into 1 upon 12, which is half. So expectation of x, that is mu 1 dash, is equals to half. Let's find out the second raw moment. So we can find out the second raw moment by substituting here r equal to 2. So mu 2 dash equals to, this is the definition, that is integration x square into f of x dx. While putting these values, we will get here as x cube. Okay, then we can solve the integration. So here mu 2 dash equals to integration of x cube is x raised to 4 upon 4, and here it is x raised to 5 upon 5. By substituting the lower limit and upper limit, we can get 6 into 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 5, which is 1 upon 20. Here the mu 2 dash is 3 upon 10. In this way we have found mu 1 dash as half, mu 2 dash as 3 upon 10. Similarly, we will find mu 3 dash and mu 4 dash. So it is mu 3 dash here I am just changing the values. It is x raised to 5 upon 5, x raised to 6 upon 6. So which is 1 upon 5 minus 1 upon 6. And here the mu 3 dash will be 6 upon 30, that is 1 upon 5. So let's note down here mu 3 dash equals to 1 upon 5. Now let's find mu 4 dash. So this is the definition. So mu 4 dash will be 6 into integration of x raised to 5 is x raised to 6 upon 6 and minus x raised to 7 upon 7. Here we can put the upper limit and lower limit. We will get 6 into 1 upon 6 minus 1 upon 7, which is 6 into 1 upon 42. So the answer is 1 upon 7. Here mu 4 dash is 1 upon 7. So we have taken here the 4 raw moments, and by using the formulas which I have told earlier, we can find out the central moments. We can find out central moments by using the formula, that the different formula, that is x minus m bracket raised to r. But here if we have these moments, then we can easily find out the central moments. So here mu 1 is 0. Then we can find out mu 2 as mu 2 dash minus mu 1 dash square. Here I will substitute the values, that 3 upon 10 minus it is 1 upon 4. So it will be 1 upon 20. So I will write down here the central moments also. Mu 1 equals to 0, mu 2 equals to 1 upon 20. Let's find out mu 3 and mu 4. The formula for mu 3 is mu 3 dash minus 3 times mu 2 dash mu 1 dash plus 2 times mu 1 dash cube. Here mu 3 dash is 1 upon 5 minus 3 into 1 upon 10 into half plus 2 into 1 upon 2 cube. Here we can solve this. So it is 3 upon 20 plus here 1 upon 4. So in this way we have taken LCM. It is 20. Here 4 minus, okay, so it is 5 plus 4. So in this way we can say that it is 4 times, that's why it is 1, okay, plus it is 5 times, so it is 0. Okay, we can say that the third moment is 0. Here I have written here 3, so it is 9. Okay, I have corrected it, so answer is 0. So mu 3 equals to 0. Similarly, we can find out mu 4 by substituting all these moments. You can check it by yourself. So the answer, I am directly writing the answer here. The mu 4 is 3 upon 560. You can check by yourself. You can solve this. It is a easy method. So these are the moments. Now we will find the Pearsonian's coefficients. So beta 1 is mu 3 square upon mu 2 cube. Here mu 3 is 0, that's why it is 0. And if beta 1 is 0, then gamma 1 is equal to root of beta 1 will also be 0. So we can say that distribution is symmetric. Okay, if beta 1 is greater than 0, we say that it is a positively skewed. And if beta 1 is less than 0, we say that it is negatively skewed. If it is 0, we will say that it is symmetric. Okay, so this distribution is symmetric. Let's find out the another coefficient beta 2. It is mu 4 upon mu 2 square. So it is coming out to be 15 upon 7. You can check by yourself by substituting these value. It is 15 upon 7. So gamma 2 will be 15 upon 7, that is minus 3, we will get minus 6 upon 7. You can check it. So this is a negative value, that's why we can say that this distribution is plateautic, means its curve is below the normal curve. So it is looking like this type of curve. So we have finded out the nature of the curve, that is nature of the distribution from these Pearsonian coefficient. This we have also learned in the FYBSc in the discrete probability distributions. These all things were there in the same, but the only difference is that we were using the summation sign there and probability of x there, that is PMF. Here we are solving all these by using the integration and the PDF. Okay, so that's all with the moments of the continuous random variable. So let's see the next point, which is MGF. It is moment generating function. So the next point is MGF, that is moment generating function. This concept is also there in the discrete random variable, in the discrete probability distributions. This concept was there also. So the definition is, if x is a continuous univariate random variable and having PDF f of x, then the MGF denoted by MXT, and it is given by expected e raised to tx. Here x should be written capital. So this is the definition of MGF. And we can find out by using the expectation of function of random variable. That's why we can solve this as integration e raised to tx into f of x dx over this range. So provided this integration exists, so this is the definition of MGF. So we have many properties about this MGF, and the use of this MGF is for, we can find out the moments. We can find out the moments using this MGF. There are two methods to find out the moments. First is we can expand this term, that is expansion method, and second is differentiation method. Let's see one by one. So in finding the moments, the first method is expansion, and how it works. So we can expand this e raised to tx term. We know that e raised to x, its expansion. So this expansion can be used here. So I will write e raised to tx as it is 1 plus tx upon 1 factorial plus the square upon 2 factorial plus its cube upon 3 factorial plus so on. Let's take its expectation. So this is the MGF. We know that expectation of a constant is a constant itself. That's why it is 1. Then plus expectation for this t is a t upon 1 factorial is as it is, and it is expected x. Then plus t square upon 2 factorial is as it is and expected x square plus t cube upon 3 factorial into expected x cube and so on. Here we can see that here the terms are there, expected x square and so on. So these are the raw moments. So instead of writing this, I can write as 1 plus t upon 1 factorial mu 1 dash plus t square upon 2 factorial into mu 2 dash plus t cube upon 3 factorial mu 3 dash and plus so on. So in this way we can say that the rth raw moment is the coefficient of t raised to r upon r factorial in the expansion of mxt. So I am writing here the relation, the exact relation, that is mu r dash is the coefficient of t raised to r upon r factorial in the expansion of mxt. Okay, in the expansion of this mxt. So we can say that what is the coefficient of this t raised to 1 upon 1 factorial? It is mu 1 dash. So it is expected x, that is first raw moment. So in this way we will get the raw moments, and just I have tell you that we can find out the central moments using these raw moments. So in this way we can find out the moments using this MGF. So this is the expansion method, and we can find out these moments by using this formula. That is, we have to just find out its coefficient, these terms coefficient, and we will get the raw moments. Further we can find the central moments by using the relations. Okay, so this was the first method of finding the moments from MGF. So let's take the second method. The second method is differentiation method. So in the differentiation method, the formula is directly given that mu r dash can be found out by using d raised to r upon dt raised to r of mxt by substituting at t equal to 0. So in this way, if we have any form of mxt, just differentiate it at the rth level if we want the rth moment. Okay, so if I want the first raw moment, I will differentiate the mxt one time. If I want the second raw moment, I will double take the differentiation and putting the t equal to 0. So this is looking like a simplex method to find out the moments from MGF. But where in any cases, if expansion is possible, we can find out the moments by that also. So let's take one example where we will find the moments from MGF. Suppose we are given that x is a continuous random variable having PDF. The PDF is f of x equals to 2 into e raised to minus 2x. Here x is greater than 0. So let's find the moments. If we are asked to find the Pearsonian's coefficients from this, then we can also go for the MGF method also. So let's find out first mxt. So by the definition, it is expected e raised to tx. Let's solve this integration e raised to tx into f of x dx. Here range is from 0 to infinity because x greater than 0. Let's put the value of f of x here. So this 2 will get outside. E raised to minus 2x into e raised to tx dx. Here we can write it as e raised to minus x into bracket 2 minus t. I have just taken the minus x as a common. So let's solve this integration. So it is 2 into integration of that term is e raised to minus x 2 minus t 0 to infinity, and I have to write here minus 2 minus t. So for that minus sign, I will inverse the upper limit and lower limit. Here it will be 2 upon 2 minus t. In bracket e raised to 0 is 1 and e raised to infinity, that is minus infinity, is 0, that we know. Then I have left with the answer 2 upon 2 minus t. But look at here, I can write it in this way. Okay, but I have to write here inverse. So it is 1 minus t upon 2 inverse. So why I have taken this? Because I know the expansion of 1 minus x bracket raised to minus 1. So that I will use the expansion method for further results. So it is 1 minus t upon 2 raised to minus 1, and it can be written as 1 plus, so expansion of 1 upon 1 plus x, that type. Here my x is t upon 2. So it is t upon 2 plus t upon 2 square plus t upon 3 cube plus so on. And for comparison, and I know how can I find out the moments, it is the coefficient of t raised to r upon rth factorial. But here there is no factorial term. Let's introduce it. So 1 plus t upon, if I write 1 factorial, it doesn't happen here, plus t square upon 2 factorial. If I write 2 factorial, I have to write here 2 factorial plus t cube upon 3 factorial into 3 factorial upon 3 cube and so on. I am not writing all the terms here. So let's use the definition. So mu 1 dash, it is the coefficient of t upon 1 factorial in mxt. So here mu 1 dash equals to expected x, and it is half. So you can find out expectation of x by this method also, or we can directly use the formula for expected x. So here I have get mu 1 dash, similarly mu 2 dash is this coefficient, so it is 2 upon 4, it is a 1/2. Mu 3 is its coefficient, so it is 3 factorial is 6, 6 upon 27, so it is if we divide by 3, then it is 2 upon 9, and we can find out the mu 4 dash, sorry I have not written here dash, it will be 4 factorial upon, sorry here it is a 3 cube, it is 4 raised to 4, and in this way we can find out the moments, and if we get these moments we can find out the central moments, and finally we can find out the Pearsonian's coefficient. So I will just write the final answers here so that you can compare with your results. So here mu 2 dash is a mu, it is not, it is a 3 upon 8, 3 upon 4, and mu 4 is a 3 upon 2. So these are the raw moments, that is half, 3 upon 4 and 3 upon 2. Okay, so in this way we can calculate it. And sorry, here I have taken as t upon 3, that's why I was mistaken. So it is t upon 2 everywhere. So that's why I was mistakenly written as the wrong answer. So it is corrected, and here we can find out these raw moments. I will give you the central moment, that they are mu 1 is 1 upon mu 1 is 0, mu 2 is 1 upon 4, mu 3 is 1 upon 4, and mu 4 is 9 upon 16, 9 upon 16, and the Pearsonian coefficient beta 1 is 4, beta 2 is 9, and in this way we conclude that this distribution is positively skewed, also it is a leptocutic distribution. So this is the example based on the MGF, and using MGF, by using the first method, that is expansion method, we have found the moments and the nature of the distribution. Thank you.